everybody, welcome to another episode of Fridays from the Farm with Farmer Chris. So I'm here with our goats checking in because it was so cold last night. And oftentimes we get questions about how do we keep the goats so warm, especially when it gets so bitter cold. And the cool thing is, we don't really have to do too much. Could you're biting my selfie stick. Get out of here. Stop biting the stick. All right. Sorry. Trying to make a movie. Anyway, we don't have to do a whole lot because they are somewhat equipped to be able to handle the cold themselves. So they get a little bit of an undercoat. They kind of grow this fluffy undercoat underneath their more coarse layer of outer fur. And that undercoat gives them some insulation, in addition to being able to kind of puff their fur out and give another little bit of insulation. So they, in some sense, kind of put on a jacket or grow their own. Also, obviously, when it's cold outside, they like to snuggle and they like to be close. But we also have to make sure that they have plenty of access to food. So there's some dry grass that we hang in a bag because the grass outside is all covered up with snow. And then we also have to make sure that we've got that heated water. So that bucket has a heating element inside of it that keeps the water thawed because fresh water is very important for our animals. In addition to that, you can see on the ground that there's plenty of litter down. So normally during the summertime, we'll muck this out. We've done some videos where we've mucked out the barn, but in the wintertime, we leave it because the combination of thickness along with the small generation of heat through the decomposition of their manure creates just a little bit of warmth. And when they lay down, that means they're insulated against the cool and they're able to have just a little bit of warmth. And so it's a natural way of keeping the barn warm. So they're set up in a good place. We're set up in a good place. So let's go check out a few other things. I've got some field observers outside to monitor the weather. We'll check in with them to see how it went. We'll also find something curious around the corner. We'll find some jokes with Robin. And we'll be sure to have a good day. Hope it's a good week for you and that it's a good one to come. Bye. Whoop. Goodbye. So yesterday, before leaving, knowing that some weather was coming, I made sure to put out some field observers, and I'd like to go check. Uh-oh. I'm not sure it went very well for him. Let's check in. They seem kind of cold, maybe a little angry. I'll get them thawed out, and we'll check in again later. Sorry, y'all. Hey everybody, welcome to another Curious Corner. You can't really see my face, but that's not what we're curious about today. Today we're curious about the thickness of the snow and ways to measure that. And I think we all know and recognize the traditional way of measuring things, which is with a tape measure. And so I could take this tape measure, I could hold it at the side, and I could see that in this space, my snow measures at about 8.5 inches. And that's really cool because I can take it and I can stab it down in there and maybe it gets to ice at 6.5, but this is a pretty direct and standard way of measuring. But I wanted to talk to you all today about being curious about non-standard units of measure, things that we can use that aren't typical to measure with. And that might be a Sharpie or a marker. And we can take it and we can say, oh, yep, the snow is a Sharpie deep. Or perhaps we can take a pair of scissors, knowing that it's okay to put scissors in the snow with wherever you're at and checking in with the people whose scissors they are. Oh, but I can shove it down in the snow. And then I could take a stapler. Thank you, Miss Lisa. And I can take this stapler and, I can't shove it in there. But I can take my stapler and see, yes, it's a stapler deep. And so I would encourage you to safely and with the right tool, be curious about what other measures you can identify the thickness of your snow with. And then you can tell the people in your life that you played in snow that was one Sharpie deep, or that was as deep as a stapler. And then they too will be curious. I hope that you are as well. Have a great time measuring the snow. Let's get serious, folks. Telling jokes in the snow could send you adrift.